Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Terry Price Show podcast. All right, let me go ahead and turn it down. All praise to the Most High and Christ for life, health, and strength. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so glad that you guys had tuned in to my podcast. Um, let me turn it down just a little bit more. You know, this is kind of hard to fathom when dealing with our people. And you might say, well, why you keep talking about our people and not everybody else? It's none of my business to talk about anybody else. Um, I'm talking about my people because we are the ones that are at the bottom and everybody else is at the top. So, with that being said, the name and the title of this program is Chess and Not Checkers. I was just looking at somewhat like a court TV. I'm always seeing a lot of our people in court. And I was just thinking to myself, I said, when you look at all these court TVs, it just so happened that it's more of us in these court systems are going to court. So I'm saying to myself, is it we just attracted to getting in trouble and doing things that we don't have no business doing? Or is it racism? Is it just by divine that we just going to keep on getting in trouble? And I come to realize that a lot of times our people likes to make excuses and not take accountability. I'm not saying none of us have, gotten in trouble and it was our fault. I know we have a lot of people out there, that's lying, making up things. I get that. I get that. I get that. But I'm concerned for my people because it seemed like we just don't understand how to play the game. It seemed like we can't gravitate to it. We don't understand it. I'm trying to figure out what is it about us that we just seem that we cannot get it right. I watched a lot of podcasts on Facebook, on social media. I mean, everybody think they got the answer or they got the solution. So I'm hearing. I'm just like really looking for the answers and the solution, and I'm like, well, how do we fix this problem? This is like a everlasting problem. Now, do I believe I have the solution? All praise to the Most High in Christ. Of course, I believe that we can change our situation overnight. I'm not going to tell you on this program how we're going to do it. I'm going to save that for another video. But I'm just watching these court shows and I'm saying to myself, how is it we still don't understand how to play the game? I mean, you can leave a comment in my comment section at uh, below. So I mean, I'm not getting it, y'all. Y'all might say, well, hey, man, I mean, every time I try to say something about what's going on with us as a people, somebody start talking about the Chinese man, the white man. It's not that I'm trying to say that it's nothing going on in other race of people, going on with other race of people. I'm not saying that, but it's none of my business. How do I look like talking to you about Chinese or Japanese business? It just wouldn't sound proper because when you looking at me, you like, why you keep worrying about? And that's my thing. I'm talking about us because I'm looking at my skin color. I don't like to use the word black. I think we need to stop using that word. That's something that was made up during the 1500s. I don't know why our people keep calling each other black when you look up the definition of black, it means everything dark, gloomy. If you look in, I believe the Oxford dictionary. It means dark, gloomy. It means everything wicked, bad. Why would you keep walking around here cursing yourself? Now, it's nothing wrong with describing something which happens to be black, but to give your name a title black, it just has a negative ring to it. It has a real negative ring to it. And I wish we'd stop checking that on our applications. I tell people, stop. I don't check black on my applications. I'm gonna tell you that now. I'm gonna tell you that now. I just don't. And I know, oh, you no. The word black has a negative ring to it. You calling other people, okay, let me break it down like this to give you an understanding of what I'm saying. You know, I got to put my glasses on so I can see these comments coming in. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. It used to be a time where people was identified by where they come from. A man that come from from Ireland, he was known as a Irishman. If a person come from Africa, they was known as an African, even though that is not the original name of Africa. Africa was called Kemet and it was called some other names, but I'm not going to even go into that story. But I'm giving you an example. It's proven that when Christopher Columbus came over here, the Aborigines, there were black, it was already black people over here. Now, I don't know why nobody talks about that history, but it's a fact that they were already black people over there. They weren't called black people. That's the problem, because what we see today, um, and I gotta do some more homework on this, because I know it was two different types of Indian people that was over here. You got the ones that pretty much look like Asian people, they look like Eskimos, and then you got us. You got the Aborigine American Aborigines that they had, some of them have dark copper skin color. You know, there was brown skinned, there was dark skinned. So those were the black people that were already over here. Now, with all the mixing that's been going on, you see why people look the way they look now. Just like they're over there in Egypt. And I'm coming right back to what I'm talking about, chess and not checkers. That we got to go. Sometimes we got to go back into history to understand where we at today as a nation of people. We all know when we look at Northeast Africa, which they call Middle East, we know that the British people changed the name of Northeast Africa into the Middle East. So what they're trying to do is trying to separate Africa from the Middle East, but all these places that's going on is in Africa. Let me and do your own homework and do your own research. You don't have to take my word for it. This is why I do these podcasts and I like to talk to you guys, because I know a lot of people don't like to take time out to to study and to do research and do their homework. But I'm telling you what I've researched and what I've listened to lectures and other people that talked on this. But when we look at the places like Egypt, we already know that those are not the ancient descendants of the ancient Egyptians. We know that. I'm not trying to make a pro black thing. I'm not trying to make this all about black people. But it's very important for you as a so-called black person to understand this whole universe, this whole world, understand these countries, where you come from. Because when you ask a black person where they come from, they don't know. They automatically think they come from Africa. Everybody does not come from Africa. When we have to stop saying that. Everybody has not originated from Africa. We are scattered all through the world. You can find black people in Russia. You got black people in South America, uh, the Caribbeans. You got them out there in El Salvador, Mexico. We are all over the world. So you got to start doing your history and doing your homework to understand cultures. And then black people, so-called black people, we need to understand the importance of having allies. See, just about every nationality has, just like America, the Europeans over here in America, they have allies. Who is their allies? You know, they friends with Britain, uh, France, what's some other countries? Taiwan, other places. But see, so-called black people, you got to start learning how to. Yes, I'm gonna read your message. Just give me a chance. Give me a chance, y'all. Give me a chance. I'm definitely gonna read y'all message. Just give me. I'm just trying to give you guys a breakdown of history and understand the importance of history, because they teach you now that a person should not learn history. Well, you can't understand where you're going if you don't know history. This is not a black thing. I'm not trying to make this a pro-black thing. This is an open forum for anybody of any nationality, because we've been taught for so long about black people until a point we don't even understand what everybody's telling us. Do not, I put it to you like this: don't never let somebody else of another ethnicity teach you your history. You got to learn your history for yourself. Do your own homework and do your own research on your history. The world is playing chess, and we black people, we still playing checkers. We are behind on everything. We are behind on ownership and wealth. We're not owning our homes. We're not owning our cars. You see what's going on with the celebrities. The celebrities don't got it going on like we thought they had it going on. They're not making the money like we thought they was making. So we got to start trying to figure out. We got to start coming together to try to piece all this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me go to some of the comments. All right then, what's going on? All right then. All right, you want me to read your comment, or well, read your message? Okay. All right, I will read your message. I thought you would have placed that on the comment section, but okay. Too young. Hello, brother. All right then. If I'm saying that, Anish. Okay, I'll definitely read that. I will get to you guys' comments. I thought you guys would have put it on the comment section, but I guess you guys inbox me. You're welcome to put it over there in the comment section so I can see it on the timeline. Okay. All right. Yeah. The whole world is playing checkers. Well, and we black people, we playing checkers and not chess. Just totally not really focusing on the importance of life. I think we've forgotten how to live life. I think we don't like to take responsibility no more. We like to play the blame game. We like to blame people. We like to blame white people. And I'm not saying white people are not doing wrong. They're doing a lot of wrong. But when I look at the court system, and I'm looking at it right now as I'm watching it on TV, we have become the laughing stock of society. Nobody takes us serious. Even with the churches, when you go to your communities are ran down. They still look the same way they did when you was a little kid. I know you guys have eyes to see what's going on. So we don't need to play like we don't understand, or we don't see what's going on. But we cannot make a change in our people's life, in our community, unless we decide to do the things that we're supposed to do. Let us first and furthermost come back to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. That's the most important thing. We must come back to the law, statute, and commandments of the Most High. And then we need to starting with these leaders. We need to start setting up trade schools where our people can get their GED, they can get their high school diploma, they can learn a trade, they can learn how to become productive citizens. We can have this, and we can have this starting off with our churches. I don't know if the churches are going to be down to do that, because it might affect their 501c. I don't know, but it's a start, and I'm just giving you the blueprint. because I would hate to do these videos and I never give you the blueprint. A lot of times I listen to good lectures, good talk, good speeches, but they never just exactly give you the blueprint. They just give you a little bit of it, and then they start trying to charge you about $250 to get the blueprint. Well, hey, I don't need to do that, man. I'm giving you guys the blueprint. We have to come up. We got to do better. We got to stop filling up these court systems. We got to start taking accountability and responsibility for the things that we're doing. Stop playing the blame game. We got to stop doing it. We got to start taking some accountability. So let's see. All right, all right. I definitely don't want to go too long, man. I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all gotta like, comment, and subscribe. You gotta share this video. But I'm giving you the blueprint, man. We gotta set up some trade schools. Rather we do it with the church or we do it without the church. I want to set up programs where people can go back to school to get their high school diploma, their GED. They can learn a trade. They can become an electrician. They can do nursing assistant. They can become a nurse within a year, 2 year program. We have to set these kind of things up within our communities. This is something that, because we got to give something for our kids. Our children cannot compete on a global level. They on a global scale they cannot compete because we don't have nothing. We don't have no tools to give them so they can learn this thing. Another thing I would like to give them is a trade as far as auto mechanic, where young people they can learn how to work on cars. I mean, I see this going on a lot with the Mexicans. Definitely in their community, the Mexicans have it going on. And I don't understand why nobody has sat down at the table with the Mexicans and became allies with them and asked them how's things working out for them, how they getting all these grants and getting these programs. Because when you go in a predominantly Mexican neighborhood now, with all the gentrification going on, I mean, the Mexicans got their own colleges, they got their own shopping malls, grocery stores, uh, you name it, they have it. They have their own insurance places. What's so mind-boggling is that we don't have no so-called black insurance company. Rather that be medical or rather that be like car insurance, house insurance, and so forth. We don't have nothing to show for, but we the only people that playing like we winning and we're not winning. And a lot of people get mad at me for saying it, but somebody has to tell the God's honest truth. It's sad that we got to move in communities instead of trying to move in communities where the property value is a lot cheaper and we can just become productive people instead of robbing and killing and stealing from one another. I mean, it can work. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that it can't work. If you don't think it can work, man, go to Chinatown. Go to the areas um, outside of the black neighborhood, and you will see, man, other people are being productive. They working, they sending their kids to the best colleges, and a lot of things. We gotta start pushing for our people to be independent and self-sufficient, and we need to start self-employed, self-business. We need to start pushing more for that. So I'm not here trying to jump on nobody's jump down nobody's throat. I know it's late. I know you guys. I got a lot of videos I got to do. I just want to start off with this, man. The world is playing chess while you continue to play checkers. You think it's a game. The religion has messed us up. The court system has messed us up, and our understanding of life has messed us up. And this is why I say we got to come back to the law, statute, and commandments of the Most High, because we need some kind of guidance, some kind of ordinance, some kind of guidelines to keep us in order. And we don't have that. We just run around here. We live in any kind of way, run around here being loosely and just doing whatever we want to do. And that's just not who we are. You know what I'm saying? We got to have some type of integrity, some kind of honor about ourselves. So Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and close out with this. You tune in to the Terry Price Show podcast. I am the Honorable Terry Price. I definitely love you guys. You definitely could like, comment, and subscribe to my videos. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to close this out. I definitely want you guys to go ahead and share this page, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all do that. With that being said, I love you guys. I see you guys at the next video. Let's go change the world, not be changed by the world. You tune into the Terry Price Show podcast. Service before service, a voice for everyday people.